Okay, so here we are then. This is my first ever live stream. Hopefully, if everything goes well, which it should do, we will be live streaming every day, Monday to Friday. I've still got to check which times and things like that. um, yeah, let's see how this works, shall we? This is a book. It's called An Open Creel by H.T. Sheringham, very well known fisherman from about 100 or so years ago. So, here we go. Introductory. In the course of a very kindly and too flattering notice of a little book of mine which appeared a few years ago, a reviewer said something which made me think. He pointed out the possibility of readers saying to themselves, "This person catches too many fish." And certainly, if I consider it honestly, there was about that volume a certain smugness. Right, so everything is working as it should. Let us start recording. I believe everything's working as it should anyway. Reput file, new project tab. Get rid of that. And open Creel. Save. Okay, one of the things. Oh, hello. Let me just fix that up. One of the things we're going to have to figure out here is what people want to watch. By which I mean, you can just watch me. Oh, I've got somebody in, that's cool. If you need to chat to me, you can use the chat box, apparently, and I'll be able to see that and answer you straight down the barrel like this if I see it going past. We've got a couple of options here. I don't want to share that in the window. I can share either my digital audio workstation software, so you can actually see how I'm recording. If I hit record, you should be able to see it recording. It doesn't seem to want to record. There we go. So if I start recording, you'll be able to see the waveform, and you'll be able to see me in a small thingy here. And the other option that we have, or another option that we have, is that I can also, where are we? I can also apparently share the text. If I choose to share the entire screen, you can see the entire screen, potentially, which covers off. Actually, I don't really need to be doing that. I don't need that up, and I don't need that up either. So if I made this joggler here smaller, hold on, or shifted it away somewhere, you would be able to see what I was looking at with both of those things. I don't really know if I can get rid of this. I don't really know if I can get rid of this tab, or perhaps just separate out the comments and get rid of. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out. Hopefully, I'll get some feedback in the comments from anyone who drops in. For the time being, I'll keep that over there, and I will. I mean, I suppose I could open that in a thing. It doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, how does it look with that off of there? I think that's okay. I mean, yeah, let's go with it. Sod it. Why not? I don't know. Am I allowed to say sod? Probably not. I'll probably get told off for it. Okay, right then. Let's get rid of that. Cancel. So that's what I'm going to get rid of. There we go. Okay, so let's start recording and see where we end up. Introductory. In the course of a very kindly and too flattering notice of a little book of mine which appeared a few years ago, a reviewer said something which made me think. Messed that up. Actually, while I'm here, let me just fix this up so I can see my spectrographic view as well. Okay. Might be useful for people actually to see a bit more of that. Let's see if we can. There we go. I'll punch in there. He pointed out the possibility of readers saying to themselves, "This person catches too many fish." And certainly, if I consider it honestly, there was about that volume a certain smugness. In nearly all its chapters, fish were slain and weighed and reckoned up and made the object of fat complacency. The result was, perhaps, a suggestion, implied, if not made in so many words, that the world always went very well indeed for the volume's author, that for every morning on which he went light-hearted to the stream, there was an evening on which he staggered back, heavy-basketed, to his lodging. In this new volume, if any readers shall do me the honour to occupy themselves with it, they will find, as I hope, a better balanced picture of the contemplative man's recreation. Let's pick it up from there. Let's try and get that right. A better balanced picture of the contemplative man's recreation. There are fish in it, perhaps an undue number, for whose presence I would apologise with a submission that I could not keep them out. Those red-letter days simply will take possession of one's pen. But there are other things in it too, things which are practically a negation of fish, floods, bitter winds, droughts, and the like. Now and then, in fact, I have lifted the veil and given a glimpse of those sorrows which we anglers, like other decorous folk, would fain hide from a world that is apt to take its amusement as it finds occasion. Though the open creel sometimes reveals a catch of fish, there are occasions on which it is lamentably empty. The worldly hope men set their hearts upon turns ashes, or it prospers. Fishing is very like the other pursuits of men, compact of ill and good, the good being, as we think, not too lavishly bestowed on some of us. The season of any given angler, I except those prodigious fellows who never have a blank, who think in dozens and stones, and who cannot but come to a bad piscatorial end, is a calculable affair. Of the total number of his days, probably 2/3 will give him no results worth mentioning. 3/4 of the rest will be of the type conveniently labelled as fair to middling, and there may be 2 or 3 days of really fine sport, days about which he at once writes articles. An article or so may be written about days of the second class, but about those of the first there is a grim silence. Hence the number of fish in a book on fishing. Francis, I believe, once dryly remarked to an ecstatic angler who was get that back. Thank you, Liz.